we've learned how important it is to create a great product that provides value. As we know, this is known as product market fit. It's the degree in which your product fulfills a need in the market. Product market fit is what allows companies like Uber and Lyft to transport millions of people around the world, as well as companies like Stripe to provide payments infrastructure for hundreds of thousands of businesses globally. Achieving product market fit is the difference between a unicorn company and a failing startup. And ultimately, it's one of the golden rules when creating any successful business. But there's a huge issue. Achieving product market fit is extremely difficult. As you can see, over 90% of startups fail to reach product market fit in their entire lifetime. And as quoted by Michael Siegel, the CEO of Y Combinator, one of the biggest startup incubators in the world, it's one of the biggest causes of death, even for companies that have raised over $5 million. And there's a lot of reasons to this. One of the biggest reasons is the fact that understanding your users and just generally building a great product can be extremely difficult. If you map out a spectrum of the two most used tools when it comes to understanding your users and generally dealing with customer feedback, there's two that come to mind. On one side of the spectrum, there's surveys, which are extremely scalable tools, but they're also very shallow and one-dimensional. On the other side of the spectrum, there's customer interviews, which are extremely valuable, but they can be very time-consuming, and for many companies, extremely expensive. Ideally, we can find a solution to simplify and automate the process of collecting feedback. We can find the middle ground and take the best of both worlds to find a solution that's scalable, valuable, but most importantly, is streamlined. This is why we're building Captivated. Captivated is a plug-and-play feedback tool that lives inside of your product experience, and it's made up of two main components. The first component is the widget. We provide software companies with an easy-to-use, pre-built widget that collects customer feedback from within your product experience. You can prompt users with customized and dynamic user surveys, and it acts as an easy medium for users to submit customer feedback to your product whenever they want. All of this feedback and data is collected into the founder's dashboard, where we allow product managers, developers, designers, and founders to view all of their customers' feedback. They can see a brief breakdown of their product market fit scoring. They can send follow-up questions to users and have conversations with them for more detailed feedback. And they can even segment their users based on self-identified properties and run experiments and A/B tests on them. And if you think this isn't enough, as your company scales and the amount of data surges, we provide efficient tooling and features to make sure that your data is always clean and digestible. We have a live demo of both the widget and the dashboard available at usecaptivated.com. This is our team. We're both two founders who have previously built software businesses and had them acquired. But when we worked on our businesses, we struggled to find product market fit. We struggled to understand our users. And we struggled to generally deal with customer feedback. For Calvin, he worked in B2B. So he was stuck dealing with and talking with his customers every single day and took calls 24/7. For me, I worked in consumer. So not only did I have to take user interviews all the time, but I had to wrangle a lot of different tools to find ways to collect feedback from within my product experience, but none of them worked. And I dealt with this issue over and over again, as I also worked on many product teams as well as a product manager and a software engineer. Point taken, we understand this problem extremely deeply because we've been there before. So not only do we want to build a product to help startup founders find product market fit, but we also want to build a tool that we wish we had back then. In the past month, we've acquired 18 beta users. All of them are early stage companies. 10 of them are venture backed, and a couple of them are on the screen right now. We've also established 5 design partnerships. 3 of them are Y Combinator backed companies, and 2 of them being Eatstein and Handle. In terms of our market, we decided to quantify this in terms of our ARR potential. And we split our market reach into 3 different phases. The first phase, which we're in right now, is focusing on early stage companies. Companies anywhere from conception and pre-seed up to their Series A rounds. Then we want to expand our market reach into all startups and enterprise companies that are software and website based. And finally, for our third phase, we want to focus on providing a greater depth of value to the customers we already serve, rather than going for a wider market reach, and ultimately becoming the premier tool for product feedback. In terms of our business model, we're following a standard subscription business model for all software businesses. We're providing 2 different plans. We have a starter plan for smaller companies, bootstrap companies, and earlier stage startups with lower user bases. And as those companies scale, we provide a pro plan for larger user bases that are looking to scale. And for both of these plans, they're premium specific, and so rather than offering free tiers, we only offer free trials. But How do we differentiate ourselves from the market? There are a few competitors in this space, but we pride ourselves on differentiating in 4 core values. First value is that we are product market fit centric. Almost no other tool in this market focuses on product market fit as a highlight like we do. Second, we focus on early stage companies. Though this is a short-term proposition and definitely not a long-term one, we pride ourselves on prioritizing companies that haven't reached product market fit yet. Third, we designed Captivated to be plug and play. Ease of use and a smooth technical onboarding experience is top of mind for us because we've heard our customers complain over and over about how tools like Pendo and Hotjar are extremely hard to integrate with their platform and maintain. And finally, we're building at the intersection of surveys and customer interviews. At the end of the day, Captivated is a next generation survey tool that brings together the mechanics of surveys and customer interviews together. So we can take the best of both worlds and provide a solution that's scalable, detailed, and valuable. But our ambition doesn't stop there. In the end,